1900s.
20s?
No,
11s?
I think it was like the 1910s.
Okay, so we had air travel. Like, see what air travel was. Was that 25, 15?
The airplane was invented in 1903.
So 15, 05, 95, 85, 75, 65, 55. What was it like in 55?
Cross-country flight was in 1911.
Okay, what was it like in 55?
1955 airlines.
Because I'm still thinking it's horse and buggy.
It was the golden age.
It was the
glamour
golden age?
It was United American TWA.
Oh, okay.
Eastern, Western.
I didn't
Glamour
know.
and luxury.
I didn't
You
know
could have
that.
gourmet meals and spacious cabins.
Well, what happened to the planes?
Capitalism. Ask me my song today, because I had a great drive into work.
Well, we banter first, Jessica.
I know, but I've been waiting
bantering.
for it. I took everything in me not to come in here and like run through a brick wall.
What was your, it's plenty of brick up here
Exactly.
also. What was the song?
Enter Sandman.
Oh, okay.
I was like, should I go to grad school at Virginia Tech? That song bangs.
The beginning
I
part
can't
of
say
that
I've
song is
listened
great.
to it in its entire. It's like a 6-minute song, and I
No.
have not listened to it in its entirety in a long time. But it makes you feel something.
The first, 45 to a minute 15 of that song.
Yes.
Incredible.
Bring back like hard rock that makes you feel something.
Okay.
Metal.
Okay.
When's the last time we had one of those songs?
I mean,
We
what are
always
we
talk
doing?
about these other industries.
What are we doing
other
with
genres.
I'm the bad guy? Because that's
You know
one that
what?
makes me feel that
Great
way.
point.
Right. Yeah, like, but you've got to, I don't know, we
one, too.
we aren't like listening to music in the same sort of a way anymore.
I know,
And so
and that
it's,
makes me
and I say that, and we all know that. Yeah, I can acknowledge the fact that it has changed the way we consume and what we hear. I don't fully grasp how, though. Like that's the part that I struggle with understanding to try and combat it. But yeah, Enter Sandman, that's a good get 'em up song. We never played anybody in high school who would come out to that song, which is surprising considering who I played.
We did Thunderstruck at Thunder Ridge High School, home of the Grizzlies. Once a Grizzly, forever a Grizzly. What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, December 17th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass coming up on today's show. Another Grizzlies game day ahead. Grizzlies in Minnesota tonight to face the Timberwolves. We'll get into that matchup. Some big injury updates to get into. We have a 2025 NBA Cup champion. The New York Knicks won the Cup in Vegas last night, taking down the Spurs. We'll get into their win, if it counts as a title. We'll do a little oops, we missed it again. College football bowl season continues. College football players are now re-signing with their schools, and it's making news. DeAngelo Williams will join us, as he does each and every Wednesday. Never know what we'll chat with DeAngelo about, and then we'll do a little WTF, including a big debate going on about what kind of job you would take for a certain salary on TikTok, and a dramatic, bloody end to the World Darts Championship. Oh yeah, it's a Wednesday. You know what we say. Do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
What the hell was that?
The world needs B2K.
B2K's breakup was a huge shock to their fans.
Boys for Life Tour. The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details. Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Now that's the new edition way.
But I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike? 2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night. Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome, everybody. Happy Wednesday. If you can make it through Wednesday, you can make it through the rest of your week. Grizzlies play the Timberwolves tonight in Minneapolis at the Target Center. See if they can win 2 games in a row on the road. Some promising news on the injury front for both John Morant and Brandon Clark. We will discuss that in full in just a bit. But tonight's game is just a regular game. It's back to your regular schmegular NBA programming because the cup has been cupped. Do you cup the cup? Do you grasp the cup? Do you gain the cup? Do you win the cup? You win the cup. You cup the cup.
30 teams, 1 cup.
Oh my God. Get out of here.
How many teams is it? 30. How many cups are there?
1.
And the Knicks walked away.
You are correct.
I am right.
The New York Knicks are your winners of the 2025.
Do the youth know about that?
I don't know. And
Okay.
honestly, I don't want to. We'll talk about the youth in a moment. Because we're in the midst of an epidemic and people don't even know the epidemic we're facing. And not the important thing from last night. The important thing is the New York Knicks won the NBA Cup, beating the San Antonio Spurs 124-113. Jalen Brunson, your Cup MVP, scored 25 last night. OG Anunoby scored 28. They would not have won without the stretch by the bench unit. Mitchell Robinson, insane on the offensive glass. Tyler Kolek, Jordan Clarkson was on a heater. For the Knicks, it is their first trophy since 1973. That is 52 years since the New York Knicks won a trophy, won a piece of hardware. That has to mean something. It looked like it meant something to the team last night. Should they hang a banner? The Lakers hung a banner. I think the Knicks should hang a banner in Madison Square Garden.
Absolutely.
You got to make it count.
If we allow teams to hang NIT Final Four banners,
You can
and we allow teams to
absolutely.
hang Sweet 16 banners,
You can hang an NBA Cup
I think
banner.
some teams have round of 32 banners up. You can
That's a little
absolutely.
ridiculous.
You can. Oh, come on now.
Like maybe one
If
banner
you're-
with a patch.
Like if you're Belmont, you get
Yeah,
to
tournament appearance
yeah,
banners.
you can
That's
do that.
fine.
Yeah, like certain schools need that. But
This was the moment. It all happened.
hang the banner.
Knicks came back, started the fourth quarter on a big run.
What a game!
It was a great game.
I'd put it on the court. I'd have the cup championships
On the court?
On the court. That's how I do it. So banners reserved for Hall of Famers and champion, like NBA championships, but the cup championship on the court, because I want everybody who steps on that court to know I want me an NBA cup.
You get it on the T-shirt. Karl Anthony Towns last night was saying, look how good the word champion looks on a t-shirt. I was like, it's tantalizing. I was always jealous I didn't get one of those Memphis Grizzlies Summer League champion t-shirts, but an NBA Cup championship t-shirt, that's now, it's on my bucket list. I found myself watching the game last night, which was yet another great game in the span of the Cup semifinal games, which were both excellent. The Spurs-Thunder game, the Knicks-Magic game. You get Spurs-Knicks in the championship game yesterday, and it was a great game. And I was like, I find the people who hate the Cup just incredibly boring. Like, if you hate the Cup, why do you hate the Cup? Because you hate fun? Because you hate things that can one day grow to mean more? The players obviously care. They win $530,000. Like, for those guys on the bench, for the end of the bench guys, that's a big bonus. And for the, billion gajillionaires on the team, like a Karl Anthony Towns, he said he was going to donate his earnings to a charity in the Dominican Republic. So that's always nice too. But it gave purpose for a game on December 16th that I'd care, but I wouldn't really care. And then I asked myself, am I only watching this because I have to for work or because I genuinely would be watching the Cup no matter what? And it's probably like a 50-50 split. But I do appreciate the NBA trying. I appreciate the NBA trying something new. I've given my take. I think the Cup should be moved into the All-Star Weekend format. I know Adam Silver talked about the idea of moving it away from Las Vegas and, 1, taking those semifinal games back to home court environments, and then 2, putting the championship game on, what did he call it? Storied college locations was the way that he put it, which was what you said yesterday. A little bit. You said cities where basketball means a lot.
But like historic, like that's the same thing.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, how many fans travel. Let's say the game last night, Knicks Spurs at Cameron Indoor. Are more fans traveling to Cameron Indoor than who traveled to Las Vegas?
No, but you're getting
the people in the city.
The people in the city are going to go. Like, think about the Southern Heritage Classic. That's my reference point. So you got these two teams playing in the Southern Heritage Classic, and they bring some of their fans in, but a lot of the people in attendance are Memphians, are people who stay in the city, particularly in Orange Mound. So, like, if you put this, I said Louisville, right? You put it in Louisville, and this is Spurs and Knicks, so they'll bring some of their fans there, and then that city who loves basketball and is right when college basketball is getting going, you still have college kids finishing up their exams and things of that nature. They're still around looking for fun things to do. They end up going in and supporting just because it's something to do in the city. I think that's the move. Vegas has become oversaturated. Tourism in general is way down everywhere. Not just Memphis, but also in Las Vegas. Tourism is down. And if you're leaning on Vegas to just be the catch-all for all of these different things, eventually people get burnt out on that. And there's so much to do there where you're like, okay, I'm in Vegas. The NBA Cup is going on, but the Raiders are also playing. You brought that up yesterday. There's this show at the Sphere I definitely want to catch. I want to go do this. I want to go do that. I just don't have time to go to a basketball game. Whereas if you put it in Charlotte, if you put it in Durham, if you put it in where's UConn? You put it over there somewhere. Stores. People there are going to be thirsty for it, and they're going to appreciate it. We saw this play out with Oklahoma City. That's how Oklahoma City got an NBA team. Right. The Hornets in New Orleans got rained out because of the flood. Right. They had to put them somewhere. They dropped them in Oklahoma City, and those people went crazy for the NBA product. You got to take the game there. And that can also help grow the game, spread the game to different markets. Well,
and that's where, I forget which NBA reporter suggested it, but his take was maybe you make it an NBA versus the world. It has to be different. I think one of the criticisms is, well, it's just another NBA game. And it doesn't even count to the NBA standings. It counts for the cup. And as Vance has said in the chat over and over, you lift the cup. Of course, you don't cup the cup. You lift the cup. Lift it in the air, as one does with a cup. Should have known that. I watched Harry Potter. Lifted the Triwizard Cup.
Didn't everybody die and they didn't? Who won the Triwizard tournament that year? Nobody
Cedric
won that
Diggory's
year.
dad cried deeply. Yeah. My boy! Not my boy!
Oh, we got a graphic up.
What? Oh, no, I love the idea.
I didn't know that we had that ability right now.
Exciting. Yeah. That's where, okay, so I agree. I think putting it in small arenas, because those arenas are small, and so it's less difficult to sell it out. It requires less people to create a better environment for one of those games. So if you're keeping it in this time frame, I love the idea of putting it in a college arena. Cameron would be probably the number one pick. Allen Fieldhouse in Kansas. You have Hinkle. I love Hinkle. Hinkle's one of my favorites, where Butler plays. I think the Kennel in Spokane is one of the most underrated, like crazy, chaotic college basketball environments because that's really small. What's the one in New Mexico? The Pit. I always wanted to, not the Pit, the show, which is returning.
Good pit it there, though. Good
so soon. The Pit and Traders coming back on the same night. Oh, it's going to be a great night in my household. What if they're like, yeah, we're going to play in historic college arenas, Madison Square Garden, honoring the Knicks as well, who finally won it. The reason I want it moved into the All-Star space mostly, I realized last night, is simply because it puts it after the football season. I am not ready to commit mentally to championship stakes or trophy stakes for a basketball game in November. And maybe that changes, or December in this case. Maybe that changes as we're conditioned. And that's where, like, I'm like, hell yeah, let the Knicks count this as winning something meaningful. Like, I think Tyler Kolek was recreating the Kobe pose with the trophy last night and doing it in a fun way, not in an overly serious way. But when we're looking at this 20 years from now, as long as the cup continues to grow, then it's going to be really silly. It has the potential to look really silly at the people who poo-pooed the cup, because 20 years from now, people are like, wait, the cup wasn't always a thing? These kids, they don't understand their history, you know? They don't get their history. What are you laughing about?
Senior's mad.
Oh, of course. Does he hate the cup?
5:52 in the morning. CJ, comma. He put a comma in a text message.
Comma in a text message?
Lowercase J, though, but CJ, comma. What is this? And he sent a video of the Knicks celebrating.
Oh, he's now in the chat saying NBA Cup equals garbage.
Listen, man, you got to start somewhere. You know, it's new. It's 3 years in. It's been good. It's been really, really good. I understand what you're saying about trying to get it after the football season. I'll push back just a tad bit on that. They wanted during football season to try their best to get some of these views from football. Football's king. Football is king right now, and I can't foresee it in my lifetime not being king. With that being said, you do have to try and get some eyeballs on your product during football season, and this is a great way to go about doing it. Now, if you put it in February, or if you move the All-Star game up to January, and then you had the Cup be a part of that, do you do more than 4 games in pool play? So do we have from opening weekend or opening week in October all the way through January? Like, hey, on this
more
day
points accumulated.
This day is Cup Day.
Yeah.
Wednesdays are Cup Day. And you sit down on Wednesdays because we know what Mondays are. Mondays is Monday Night Football.
Right.
Unfortunately, we also know what Thursdays are.
So Tuesday or Wednesday is Cup Day.
Tuesday or Wednesday, hey, this is Cup Day. Everybody get to your TVs because these games mean something, and they'll decide a Cup champion come January or February sometime.
And I did think, because your dad, not to go back to him and give him credence in the chat, said it ain't good. I saw a Cup game between the Hawks, and I don't even remember because it was garbage. I thought the Cup games this year, and it could be recency bias, were better than the Cup games of the past. Like, the level of play felt different, and maybe it's because of both semifinal matchups that we got. We got 4 teams that, as Mike brought up yesterday, could legitimately be representing their conferences in the conference finals. Although I will say the Spurs probably just like a little bit under the Thunder, the Rockets, the Nuggets, and the Spurs. I have no issue elevating them into that. Last night was a tough night for Victor Wembanyama. He had a great stretch in the third quarter, but I caught him. He was sitting on the bench at one point, and he looked like he was meditating. And I think now he was either reflecting or he was praying. We found out he lost his grandmother yesterday. And so he took, I think, one question afterwards, started crying in the post-game press conference, and then left and took a question in French. So he had clearly something else on his mind. That Spurs team is still really good. In the East, the Knicks now get to come out of Cup play and winning a Cup championship as the clear favorites in the Eastern Conference. It's a little more muddled in the West and still in a 7-game series. I think I'm taking one of the Western Conference teams over the Knicks, and I don't want to disrespect the Knicks on the day after they win the Cup, because they have a lot there. A lot was made of Victor Wembanyama's comments before the game yesterday, where did you see him talking about like the teams who play sophisticated basketball. Oh, it was good stuff. It was absolutely excellent. He basically said the Knicks don't play as sophisticated as the Heat or the Thunder, but their physicality is at the top of the league. So some people saw it as a backhanded compliment, like, oh, they're physical. Knicks fans really took it as like, you're saying we play Neanderthal ball? Like, you're saying we're not sophisticated, but we just get rebound, get shot, get win. And so they really hung on that through last night. And I kind of got it. I understood what he was saying.
He's not wrong.
Right.
Like everybody has their own style of basketball that they play. There's more cutting and more player movement and more nuance to the game that the Thunder play, that the Spurs play, that the Heat play, that this Grizzlies team is currently playing. And then there are some teams like the Knicks, the Pistons, throw them in there, they're just going to physically punish you. Right. And you can, let me be clear, you can win either way. Sure. You can win. We saw it last night.
Mitchell Robinson getting offensive rebound after offensive rebound.
It was like for
it was insane.
A 6 or 7 minute stretch there in the fourth, he was getting all of the offensive rebounds, and Knicks were getting all of the second chance points. The Spurs, late in that third quarter, I think they led by 11. And then the Knicks just opened up a 40-20 type run on them to close the game out. Yeah. Where it was, okay, we're going to outscore you by 2. We're going to double you up here towards the end of it. And it was nothing more than them just saying, all right, we're just going to push these guys around. Victor included. He like Nas. He does a lot of incredible things.
You might be sophisticated.
But you like Nas, dog. Be sophisticated all you want to. It only matters if you win, and you didn't win. So we're just going to bully you around. They were throwing him all over the court. That third quarter, though, you brought up
He's great.
What was it? The 3, lob finish, 3.
Is that the reverse?
Yeah, the reverse lob finish. Another 3.
His feet.
And then he just catches the ball at the elbow. Karl Anthony Towns has a hand in his face, nothing but net. Right? Like, it was like, oh my gosh.
Yes. And the Knicks were dealing with a hampered Karl Anthony Towns, too. Yeah. That pass that Karl Anthony Towns made to OG.
The wraparound all the way to the opposite block.
That was a beautiful pass. So Knicks get the win. As far as, what?
We talk
about the epidemic?
How? Well, I do want to know about this. I didn't know there was a youth epidemic.
This is the thing, and I learned about it this week. This week.
I know we're dealing with measles outbreak. Is it that?
No.
Okay. Spike Lee, it matters to Spike. If
it matters to Spike.
Come on, man.
How can it not matter to everybody else? New Spike Lee meme.
Look at Spike.
Look at
how happy he is.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Look at how happy Spike Lee is.
Okay, Spike Lee's there, and he's thrilled. Yeah. And then Karl Anthony Towns was FaceTiming with Timothy Chalamet and Ben Stiller last night.
Look at Spike. Look at this.
Spike Lee dancing his face off. Like, if you have Spike, if you have Timothy Chalamet, if you have Ben Stiller, everything's going well. It means something for the Knicks.
Wait, I missed the Ben Stiller piece of it.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns FaceTimed Ben Stiller and Timothy Chalamet after the win. The fact that they were even available for that. Timothy Chalamet's in the middle of his Marty Supreme Oscar bait tour. All he does is promote Marty Supreme, but he had time to celebrate the New York Knicks winning an NBA Cup.
Who's top right?
Just means more.
Oh, that's
Cat and.
Okay, so it's Cat top right.
And that's Jordan.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. She's changed.
Everyone's changed. Everyone has a new face.
Listen, it's hard for me to keep up.
Me too.
I just learned regular faces. I can't keep up with the new enhanced ones. What's the epidemic?
It's a booty bandit epidemic.
Excuse me.
It's a booty bandit epidemic.
Excuse me?
And I saw it on the NBA Cup stage last night.
You can say that?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know how else to describe this.
Okay.
And everyone, I felt weird saying it. But Josh Hart himself even tweeted about the fact that he was caught in 4K. Watch Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson. He just, gives a little poke up in an area that you are not supposed to poke in public. And he did this on the NBA stage. And listen, I want the people to know this is a notoriously family-friendly network, Grind City Media. I learned about this in the schools this week.
So y'all didn't do this when you were younger?
No.
Okay.
We did not do that.
Okay.
We did other things. We did not do that. But this is happening with the youths. Like, aggressively. The teachers don't know how to stop it.
Boys and girls?
Everyone.
Okay.
Everyone. It's a gender fluid activity going on. I was at my mentoring just last week. The fact, this is so timely. Me and my co-mentors were talking to our mentees, And they were like, oh, it was a really bad day on like the Booty Bandits. And we're like, what are you talking about? And they're like, don't you know? Like, people just go up to you and like, you know, do the thing. And they
Jack
explain,
Plum?
yeah, Jack, exactly.
Okay.
What a great way.
What a
That's
good
why
boy
we keep
am
you
I.
around. What a good boy you are. And we're like, do your teachers know? And they go, yeah, they try to stop it all the time. But like, people get really sneaky and do it in line for lunch in the cafeteria and do it in big groups. And we're like, you guys know? And they go, yeah, we know. It's sexual assault. We know. I was like, do we need to talk to somebody about this? And they go, all the other schools do it too. My friend at this school does it. My friend at this school does it. And then I watched Josh Hart do it in the middle of the NBA Cup celebration.
This isn't a new thing though, because we were doing this when I was younger.
Oh.
In fact, I was out at breakfast on Saturday with a family of friends. They got 2 little girls, like 9.
And they did it?
And the mom did it to one of the little girls. Hell, she's done it to me. It is startling. Whole leg comes up when that happens. It's like, oh, what's back there? Stop that.
Very uncomfortable.
Yeah. That happens.
Keep you on your toes.
Jacob, did y'all do it? Did y'all? That's called playing grab ass.
No, this is different.
Nobody didn't play grab ass. Y'all didn't play grab ass.
This is different than a grab.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's all a part.
No, but it's different.
Stick, not a stick. It's like a poke.
It's a poke.
Like
It's different. The kids are different. They're more up there.
Listen. We did that. We did something like that. Cup checks, nut checks. Like we did all of that.
Sure. Again, this feels different to me.
Okay. You just didn't.
I got other things.
Okay. Nurples.
Yes.
Were purple.
Those were tough.
We didn't do them on girls. Like that's
Our
insane.
class did. They got sat down in 4th grade. They got sat down in 4th grade.
Y'all got sat down a couple of times for stuff like that. Y'all were lawless out in Colorado. Y'all aren't progressive enough at all.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Grizzlies play the Timberwolves in Minnesota tonight. We got positive news on the injury report front. We will get into that, plus some oops, we did it again. That's not the right name of the segment. Oops, we missed it again. Stories from the week. I missed a bowl game last night, and I'm pretty devastated about it. We'll talk about it after a quick break.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Who have you leaned on the most in terms of asking questions? Because there's always a fine line, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be the rookie that's annoying people.
Exactly.
On the other hand, you want to be a sponge.
You can ask any of the guys. Like, I'm asking, it'd be random games where I'm sitting next to Ty or Ja or Scotty, and I'm like, hey, bro, what would you have done right there? Like, what do you feel like you would have did in that situation? Boom, 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 I probably would have did this. I'm like, all right, cool, I got it locked in now.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. The Grizzlies are the one thing everyone in the family can agree on. So join us every Sunday this season for Sunday Family Fun Days. It's a steal at just $35 and includes a ticket to the game, a $10 food voucher, post-game free throws on the court, and a meet and greet with mascot Grizz. Space is limited, so grab your tickets now for this unique experience your family won't soon forget. Go to grizzlies.com/Sunday and have a fun day. Welcome back. Before we get to Grizzlies Timberwolves tonight in Minnesota, one other NBA newsworthy note from Adam Silver yesterday, who had a press conference and also joined the Amazon pregame show. I'd say the biggest piece of news that came was his claim that a decision on expansion will come in 2026. That's when it's coming. So if they are going to add 2 teams, he did say that Vegas and Seattle are the cities that the league is most focused on. So those are the likely expansion cities. And if they decide it is the right thing financially for the league, we will get a decision in 2026. Say for the 8 billionth, trillionth, millionth time, for the love of all that is holy in basketball, bring back the Sonics. Give Seattle back a team. I had messages from my family members this morning. Did you see Adam Silver? I'm like, stop putting these people on a string and holding them hostage. They are so excited. And then they'll be like, I'm not falling for this again. And then he makes one comment and they're like, did you see the news? The Sonics might come back. Like, they really need this.
They thirst for that. They thirst for the NBA up there in Seattle.
Really do.
That's a basketball market, man.
It is. Bring back the Sonics. All right. Grizzlies tonight in Minnesota. Ja Morant, questionable. That feels like good news. That feels like good news considering we were sitting here yesterday wondering how long Ja Morant could be out with with an ankle sprain as he rolled his ankle on Zubac's foot in their game against the Clippers the other night, but he is listed as questionable. No dreaded Grizz PR update, no email, no medical update. So we'll see what his status officially is tonight. And then the other player who's questionable is Brandon Clark. And we have seen the trend of Grizzlies players being listed as doubtful and then questionable and then playing. So there is a real chance that we see Brandon Clark's season debut tonight against the Minnesota Timberwolves, which would be clandestine because Brandon Clark, once upon a time, many years ago, as it now feels like forever ago, that series between the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves, but Brandon Clark won the Grizzlies a playoff series, essentially. So it would be great to see Brandon tonight. Cam Spencer is out for personal reasons. Wishing the Spencer family the best. His brother Pat is also out for the Warriors tonight. Drew Hill noticed that both Cam and Pat pointed to the sky on their first made 3 in their respective games on Monday. So obviously something's going on there. We wish them the best and sending their family lots of love. Unrelated to that, Pat and Cam Spencer are on Old Man and the 3 today, so it's obviously pre-recorded, and haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but they put out the promo clip from it, and it was Pat and Cam talking about how competitive they are, and I'm like, oh, yeah, we know, these brothers are competitive. And then Pat brings up, this very specific example of when they go out to hibachi.
How many they can catch?
More like whoever catches the first one or whoever misses one first. And he was like, when the chef flips the shrimp, if you don't catch it on the first one, and then Cam butts in, he goes, yeah, the meal doesn't taste as good after that. I was like, these guys do not stop. If you are competing at hibachi, no wonder you are the way you are when you step on the basketball court. I think I misidentified, because we were trying to describe Cam Spencer as an interview versus Cam Spencer when he's on the court yelling at the other team. And I think there was some lip readers who went back and discovered that he wasn't yelling like he can't guard me. Someone get him off me. Somebody thinks that he was saying, you drafted him over me. There were a lot of people trying to get the accuracy of the lip reading. It's a lost art, honestly. One that I'm not very good at. I am not a professional lip reader. I rely on other people.
Who did they draft over him? Everybody got drafted over Cam Spencer.
Right,
what are we
exactly.
talking about?
But
No,
that's what I like. He
sense.
could say that about every single.
every team he's
not
going there.
everyone, but you know,
he
went 53rd.
He went 53rd. There's only 30 teams. Everybody drafted everybody over him. Yeah, no, he said.
Well, it'll be tough for the Grizzlies to be without their best shooter tonight, without the best shooter in the league tonight against a Timberwolves team that is 17-9, 6th in the West, 6th in offensive rating, 10th in defensive rating, 7th in the net. They have been so-so against good teams this season, but they have been great against lesser teams. 2-8 against teams with above 500, and they've pretty much managed to beat every opponent below 500. They had won 5 straight before their loss to the Spurs on Monday, and they'd played 2 games without Anthony Edwards, who is questionable himself tonight. They've had some guard depth issues. Mike Conley, it's towards the end. He's missed some games. He's shooting like 37% this year. It's been a struggle. Rob Dillingham has been a bit of a project for them and hasn't panned out at this exact moment. Not saying that he can't continue to grow, but we'll see if the Grizzlies can handle one of these teams that has an above 500 record. We have not seen success against those kind of opponents. Their only win against a team with an above 500 record coming against the Phoenix Suns, back when the Suns were a below 500 team. So even though the Suns have turned into something better than projected at this point in the season, the Grizzlies have not been able to find success. It would help if Ja Morant was available to play. It would help if Brandon Clark was able to insert himself into the front court rotation. I would assume both would be on a minutes restriction. Ja was still on a minutes restriction against the Clippers the other night. Brandon, coming off of this injury, I would just guess based on how they have handled return from injury, would be someone who would come off the bench. Don't know what that minutes total would look like exactly, but I will be excited to see if we get the BC debut tonight. I will be watching Grizzlies Timberwolves. I will not be watching the Staff DNA Cure Bowl, the 68 Ventures Bowl, because I have something to admit. I'm washed. I'm not a real college football fan anymore, CJ. Because if you're a real college football fan, you would have been watching the IS4S veteran. I don't even know the name of it anymore. The IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl.
ISIS?
No.
They got a bowl?
No.
Didn't they just kill a bunch of people?
It's a 4, not an I. It's the Salute to Veterans Bowl featuring Troy and Jacksonville State. I saw a clip come up on my timeline. It was like, oh, Troy almost completes a Hail Mary, but Jacksonville State wins. And I said, I didn't even realize that this game was on. What has become of me? I used to be able to say, I used to be one of the real sickos. The people who said, you don't get to have an opinion on the college football playoff format if you don't watch the IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl. And now I'm not watching the Salute to Veterans Bowl. I'm once again left saying the next morning, congrats to Jacksonville State, who I always think is in Jacksonville, Florida, but it's in Jacksonville, Alabama. So congrats to them. I feel like a fake college football fan at this point in my life. You look at me. I'm just excited for the big games, the big ones, the ones that mean something, the playoff games on Friday and Saturday. I'm disappointed in myself.
Don't be.
I am. I'm genuinely disappointed in myself.
You've turned a corner.
No. I've taken a step back.
You're becoming a better person.
I saw a TikTok yesterday of a woman who admitted that I don't know if you saw this, the woman who made the sourdough bread and named it Fernando Mendoza, but had no idea that Fernando Mendoza won the Heisman and didn't even realize that Fernando Mendoza was a quarterback for Indiana. And she used to host a Pac-12 football podcast. And someone was like, forgive me, but can you please explain how you went from, at one point, being so involved in the sport that you were hosting a Pac-12 football podcast, and now you named your sourdough Fernando Mendoza and didn't even realize that that's the name of the Heisman-winning quarterback from Indiana. And she gave this very beautiful soliloquy about how once the Pac-12 dissolved, her love of the game just disappeared. And mine hasn't disappeared, obviously. I still love the sport dearly, but it's changed. It's changed. I think with the dissolution of the Pac-12 is tied with my falling out of random bowls in December.
Who did Jacksonville State play?
Troy.
Are they not in the same conference?
No, Troy is in the Sun Belt.
Where the hell is
and
Jacksonville
State? And as a Nepo conference baby, Troy at one part was part of my family.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Sun Belt. Future's so bright, you got to wear your shades. Come on.
Is that what they say?
My dad had his Twitter profile picture. It was like bright neon, and he had sunglasses on. And it was, future's so bright, Got to wear my shades.
All right.
That was a time. Now I didn't even know they were playing on a Tuesday night. I was too busy
where's
watching
this
the
game playing
Cup.
at?
Don't ask questions I don't know.
But
I don't even know anymore.
But
we used to be a proper bowl country.
To an earlier point, football is king. You got to give us something to watch to take our eyes off of football.
And I watched the Cup.
The Cup did that. Otherwise, if it was a regular season matchup that didn't feature the Grizzlies, you probably would have tuned in
You're
for
right.
that. Right? And so
You're right.
it's
Although
done its job.
You want to know what? No, I wouldn't have. I would have watched The Beast in Me, which I just really want to finish on Netflix right now. It was in Montgomery, Alabama. Just down the street.
Montgomery, Alabama, a wonderful city.
It is. Yeah. I love Montgomery. Yeah. Every time I've been there, good food.
Legacy Museum is incredible.
Yeah.
Get a chance to go check it out.
Before we get to DeAngelo, real quick, wanted to get your take on this. New trend in college football has emerged where college football players who are re-signing with their teams are now treating it as news. And the teams are posting about those players. So the most recent case was USC football tweeted a handful of players yesterday, including Jaden Mayava, their quarterback, who is coming back to USC and announced Jaden Mayava has re-signed with the USC Trojans. Here he is signing his, his new contract? Like that's what it looks like. Some people are really taking issue with this. It started taking off. I think the first piece of news that we got was the Maryland quarterback this weekend, Malik Washington, their freshman quarterback, is returning to Maryland. And there was a tweet from one of the college football writers being like, he's agreed to a deal to return to Maryland. And some people said, what happened to the sport I love? This feels very normal to me, given the circumstances.
It's on brand for what college football is. We
Right.
celebrate everything that's going on in the college football
Right.
off season. We got early. I'm old enough to remember when it was just signing day. Then we put early signing day in there. And what was early signing day? Nothing more than just, hey, I plan on signing here on signing day. It wasn't binding in any sort of a way, so players could still flip. But we started celebrating early signing day. And then didn't we get 2 early signing periods? We got 2 early signing periods and then a national signing period, and we were going crazy about that. Then the portal opened up. And so now we got the early signing day, and we got all these damn portal openings in January is the first one, and then again at the end of spring practices and right smack dab in the middle of it, we got National Signing Day. This is just what we do with this sport. Anytime you get to acquire talent or keep talent, maintain talent, we make a big deal out of it in this sport. That's just a par for the course. That's what happens in college football.
Yeah, and people are so desperately grasping onto a separation between the NFL and college football and the quote, and emphasis on quote, amateurism that no longer exists in college football. Like in the NFL, when your team has a player who's a free agent and you re-sign them, you as a fan are excited. If that's a player you liked, if that was a valuable player, someone you saw value in, you're excited that they kept a good player. So why shouldn't that be the same situation in the college space? Like, I don't care that it's a player who at one point committed. Guess what? We have to get away from the notion that committed means anything more than temporarily decided that this was the right financial decision for them, especially when it comes to the bigger players. You have to think of it like a signed contract, which again just gets us one step closer to maybe one day identifying this as what it really is, a business, and having players be unionized and under actual contracts. And then maybe they could be in a situation where they're penalized for leaving or have to pay some sort of a buyout like a coach would have to. But in the meantime, like, fight on forever, Jaden Mayava. Can't wait to see you back at USC next fall. And for all the other players out there who re-signed, enjoy your re-signing day. Ooh, can we call it that? Happy re-signing day to all who celebrate.
Re-signing and resigning are
so hard.
Yeah.
One of those, the English language is so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, re-signing, sign again, resigning, you're leaving. Why? Make it make sense. It doesn't. Why are you staring so?
Because the people in the chat are pissing me the hell off.
Oh, okay.
What's going on with Daffy Duck? Like, Daffy Duck, is he not clearly the second best Looney Tune all time?
How did you get here?
It's Bugs and then it's Daffy.
No.
It's not Bugs and Daffy, historically speaking, the best 2 Looney Tune characters of all time. You don't think Daffy?
I think Daffy's top 5.
I'm out. I don't respect you guys if you don't don't view. You can like that. You can like other characters more than Daffy. I understand that. I like other characters more than Daffy. But if you look at the body of work, Daffy Duck is the second best Looney Tune. He just is.
I always preferred. I was a girl, so like Tweety Bird was on everything.
You got your preferences.
I like the Tasmanian Devil.
Taz is great. I also would have, just if I'm doing my personal favorites, I would also have Tasmanian Devil ahead of Daffy, but that's not what we're talking about.
You think Daffy
We're
is
just talking about definitively the best Looney Tunes, not the ones you prefer, just the ones who have put that work in. Daffy Duck is one of the greatest cartoon characters of all time, and I don't understand
disagree.
why I'm waking up in the morning to argue with you people in the chat about how good Daffy Duck is.
I might like Tweety more than Daffy. I might like Taz more than Daffy. I might like Marvin the Martian more than Daffy.
Foghorn Leghorn, great.
Lola Bunny's my favorite. She's only important in one specific movie. She's not even a real Looney Tune.
No, she is.
Okay, thank you.
She's in like the baby Looney Tunes and
that's
stuff like
right.
that. Yeah, and she's in new Looney Tune cartoons as well.
But Daffy is the clear number over Porky. Way over Porky.
But Porky
over
is
Sylvester.
Porky gets
Far
gets
over
the.
Sylvester.
I think Porky might be top 3. It's either Fudd or Porky there, right there at 3. Porky's but that's all, folks. That's how it ends. Like Porky is iconic also, but he's not Daffy.
Roadrunner.
Again, great character, great, love it, but he ain't Daffy. I don't.
So many options of things to draft this week.
What are we drafted?
We'll figure that out in the last segment. But we got to take a break because DeAngelo Williams is coming up next. He's been on the Zoom for ages. We'll get into DeAngelo after a quick break.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Southland Casino Hotel is helping you navigate to Santa. Win your share of over $550,000 in free play and a brand new Lincoln. Here Comes Santa takes flight on Saturday, November 1st, when you can begin earning entries. And don't forget the grand finale drawings on Saturday, November 29th and Saturday, December 27th to win a share of over $40,000 in free play or a brand new Lincoln. Win big during Here Comes Santa, only at Southland Casino Hotel.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Grizz Nation, Friday night just got a whole lot better. Introducing Buckets and Brews, the ultimate way to tip off your weekend. Every Friday this season, grab a terrace-level ticket to the Grizz game and 2 12-ounce Miller Lights for just $55. Get great seats, cold brews, and Grizzlies basketball. It's everything you need to start your weekend off right. So get the deal that's too cold to hold. Go to grizzlies.com/Friday to lock in your tickets today.
Memphis. Monday Night Raw returns with non-stop action, unmatched energy,
and the superstars you love.
We don't get mad, we get even. We don't go home till we beat them. This is our time, we ain't leaving. Give me the crown undefeated.
Witness the moments you'll never forget. Monday Night Raw, Memphis. Monday, February 16th. Tickets and Ringsider packages on sale next Friday.
We gonna have a conversation.
You can't be going what, DeAngelo?
Nah.
No, you can't be happy. You hate the holidays because of happiness. What? That's when you're supposed to be happy. That's what this is. Like, you don't get to be happy any other time of the year. And you're like, no, I hate the holidays because everybody's happy.
Chris got on me last night. He said, I don't feel like you've been in the festive spirit. I said, it's December at that point, 16th. I'll get in the festive spirit next week.
Wait.
And then we went to the gym and they were playing Christmas carols. And I have to admit, I started to feel it.
Aren't you team like celebrate Christmas start like after Halloween?
No.
Okay.
God, no.
All right. Just making sure. All right.
Please don't label me one of those people. Hi, DeAngelo. How are you?
Wow. I'm doing pretty good. I'm dealing with some stuff right now mentally. But it has something to do with Christmas. There's kind of like a three-parter here. When I had my kids, I'd always told myself I'm gonna try to I want to give my kids the world. Well, this Christmas they asked for the world and I told them no.
What'd they ask for?
Cell phone. I said no.
Said no.
A cell phone is your ticket to the world because you have access whenever you want it. Like, I know if I get spam calls, I know your ass gonna get the same ones.
True.
So I'm opening you up to the world and something that, like, I could, no matter
I love how
many
most parents are like, I don't want them on social media. And DeAngelo's like, God, my kids can't get a spam call.
Oh, boy, because they gonna talk to them. I know them.
They're gonna give they're like, Dad, what's my social security number? What's our address?
Yeah, like, and I'm like, who are you talking to? Some guy. Like, but that, and I said no, and
okay.
Their response is my oldest daughter had one at this age, and that's when I realized with my parents when I was younger was like, I'm not gonna treat everybody the same, but I'm gonna treat everybody fair because at different age limits. There's something that you allow a 6-year-old to do that you won't let a 12-year-old do. So in their eyes, like, hey, you're being indifferent. I realized then, I was like, man, at my time of life, when I raised my oldest daughter, I was in the greatest headspace ever because she was able to get a phone, not have a problem. We don't have to question her. But oh my God, them next two, boy. I don't even want to get them a pager. That's how bad they gonna be. Like, I'm talking about, boy, they.
What are the ages at this point, DeAngelo?
12 and 10.
Okay.
12 and 10, and my my 11-year-old just had a birthday yesterday, so she's 12.
Happy birthday.
And she was like, hey, no phone, and I'm like, what do you mean no phone? She was like, well, Raya got it at 12. I didn't. She was like, well, I still got Christmas, and I'm like, ooh. So I'm like, this. I'm talking about. This is the kid that you say don't eat in the house, don't eat or drink in certain places, and you find food and stuff there. You like, who had this? No, I didn't have it. You roll back the cameras, and it's her, and she just like, bro, look, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all may hate this, but it solves a lot of lying and a lot of like stuff in my house. Because before we got them, it was a whole bunch of, no, I didn't do it. And then you got to punish all 4 of them. Now it's like, hey, you want me to roll back the cameras or what y'all gonna do?
I got to be honest. This is one of the best things about being an only child is I had no one to compare to. So if my parents told me no, it was just no for me. If my parents told me yes, it was just yes for me. I had no siblings to set a stage, so I can't relate on that one. I guess it comes to like what your friends had. That's where my parents, if I came to them, I'd be like, my friend has a phone. They'd be like, well, your friend's not our kid. Or my friend has this. I remember I really wanted a Barbie cart. Like those like little like Barbie cars. and they were deemed too dangerous. And I was like, but my friend okay, Carly can go break her brain.
Because they flip over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I wanted one
those.
so bad for Christmas, and I thought I was going to get one. Say, like, obviously a little different than a phone and different age range, but I was just convinced. I was like, there's going to be a Barbie car under the tree, and I wake up Christmas morning, and there's absolutely not a box big enough to be a Barbie car. And sure enough, I never got the Barbie car.
As a kid, I was like, yo, I know I've been bad this year. This is a year Santa's not going to give me
You're only
something.
getting coal.
That was my thought every single Christmas. So I would show up and there would be gifts on the trees. Like, oh my gosh, thank you, Jesus, and thank you, Santa, because I know I've been bad this year. I know it.
Well, a Christmas miracle has happened.
Every single year, no matter what. It's like, yo, I did this in June. I slapped that kid in February for that thing. I ate an extra piece of pizza when I wasn't supposed to back in September. I know I'm on the naughty list. Oh, well, just go to sleep, shed one tear like a thug, one tear at 9 years old, and then wake up and gifts underneath the tree. Didn't matter.
I'm going to do it all over again.
It didn't matter what it was. I was just happy to get stuff. Good stuff.
All right, DeAngelo, you said it's a 3-parter. So what's part 2?
So the second one, I was like, ooh, this Christmas, I don't know who put the Christmas schedule together, but they was idiots. So whoever put the Christmas schedule together, you're idiots. And I'm telling you right now, as a parent, you are an idiot and you put a lot of pressure on us. I'm going to tell you what my Christmas looked like. Something going to get left out, and I hope it ain't the damn kids, okay? So let me tell you what the Christmas schedule looked like. We got football, we got basketball, we got Christmas, and we got Stranger Things. Somebody please tell me what is sleep gonna have?
Leave the kids out.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like something like
out.
Who put this schedule together? And then something ain't gonna get watched.
DeAngelo. Get that little girl a phone. She's going to put it someplace it's not supposed to be. You can take it and be like, well, you lost it. I'm not getting you another one. She'll play with the phone during the football, the basketball, and the Stranger Things stuff. And then you just take the phone and she won't have it. Take it from her before New Year's Eve. You'll be good. Like, that's a move. That's what you do.
Wow.
Back in my day, you only had to be concerned with some NBA games on Christmas and the Hawaii Bowl on Christmas Eve, and that was it. And now your schedule is completely full. I agree, DeAngelo. I have too much to watch on Christmas.
And that's the thing. At 8 o'clock, what decision you making? You gonna get the spoilers in Stranger Things, or you gonna watch that basketball or football game? Like, you got some decisions you got to make at 8 o'clock.
I'm kind of mad about the Stranger Things piece of it because Christmas for my family, our family tradition is always going to a movie. And now Stranger Things is like a movie, but it's at home. And then that takes away the fun of going to a movie theater and watching one of the big Christmas movies. So I'm feeling very conflicted.
You really want to go see Anaconda?
Yeah, that's my number one Christmas movie. How did you know? My Anaconda don't. I want to see Jack Black make Anaconda jokes.
That movie looks like it's gonna be funny. It's got it's got the sexiest man of the year, 2021, Paul Rudd in it.
So hold on. So let me make sure I get this right. You would rather, I understand Christmas traditions, and my wife and I have talked about this too. When you have something like a hit show like Stranger Things that come out, you're telling me that you're strong enough to keep the tradition alive and then not get on your phone for spoilers to ruin said episodes of Stranger Things? Because I'm letting you know right now, I'm hitting the airways as soon as it come out. I'm throwing because of people like you.
I lasted 2 weeks. I watched the 4 episodes of Stranger Things 2 weeks late, and I made it without any spoilers. I saw one thing that I didn't understand what it was, and when it happened in the last episode, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. But I did not have anything ruined for me in those 4 episodes of Stranger Things. If you believe in yourself enough, you can do it. But you gotta be on your P's and Q's. You'll be scrolling on Instagram, on TikTok, and you see scroll. Like, you just gotta go fast. You gotta be a quick defender.
Set it up to where, because you can certain keywords, you can say, hey, don't show me anything from this.
I don't even do that.
So you can set it up, Stranger Things and character names, and then you'll be fine to scroll away, and the social won't put it up there until after you see it. Yeah.
But I'll probably end up watching Stranger Things on Christmas night.
Man,
but the NBA slate is great this Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. It's just that it's competing with a lot of other things that's great too.
I know.
I mean, you've been around your family 364 days already, right? Like,
but now hold up.
They should know that you love them. If they don't know by now, one day of gifts isn't going to make them feel loved. So, they should know you love them, and you can ignore them for a day. Everybody understands.
CJ, I'm finna tell you how my family operate. I don't know about you or your family, but my family operate like this. We ain't got to be like, I could go work all day, every day for 23 hours and come home for an hour. And my wife technically should not have a problem with me working. But on holidays, that's set aside for family. Even on that's like Sunday and going to church. Like people that go there, like, hey, we got to go to church on Sunday. That's how we are on holidays. So my daughter, when she go off to college, I'm not expecting her to come home every day. But I'm going to tell you when I'm expecting her to come home. Thanksgiving, Christmas, like on holidays, she's coming home. Like I can understand birthdays. You can have your friends, they can have that. They can have all them all them other days. I'm just asking for the holidays.
Well, that's your fault for trying to be a good father.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you at this point.
I grew up in a celebrate the holiday, whatever day you can celebrate the holiday family, because I grew up in a sports family, so my dad was working most Christmases, and we traveled a lot for that time period. So we would do Christmas on like December 12th. That's our Christmas. Or like we would do a Thanksgiving a day late if it had to be. So I just, as an adult, it's, it's a day.
Do you got the schedule pulled up in front of you?
Yeah, I do.
What's the
the NFL games are Cowboys Commanders.
Okay, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. That's Lions, on Netflix, right?
Lions Vikings.
That's on Netflix too. Those are the two on Netflix, aren't they?
Those two are Lions Vikings, Cowboys Commanders are Netflix, and then Broncos Chiefs is on Prime.
Oh, okay. None of those games matter.
But here's the thing. It's also for a lot of fantasy football leagues, it's championship weekend. I think it's messed up that championship weekend in fantasy football is Christmas. Like, that just ruins a lot of people's Christmases. Like, I'm just saying, it could cause its own problems.
I don't understand how you can...
For other people, certainly not me, rational, very measured person who treats competition like just a normal human.
You should love Jesus more than you hate losing in fantasy football.
You're right, I should.
That's how that should... That man died on the cross for you.
Right.
You should love him more than you hate losing fantasy.
And yet, I know inevitably I will be screaming on Christmas, Bo Nix, I swear to God.
And you're going to blaspheme on Christmas also?
Oh,
his birthday?
Oh, no. Double whammy. Okay, wait. The NBA games are like a heater, though. So the first is Cavs Knicks in the morning at 11. Spurs Thunder at 1:30.
Give it to me.
Your one kind of break is Mavs Warriors, but it's Cooper Flag versus the Warriors. And in my household,
none of this matters to you. You're going to the movies on Christmas. None of this matters to you. No, I'm probably not.
My husband will probably make us watch Warriors Mavs, and we'll watch all the NFL games because hopefully, knock on wood, we'll both be in fantasy football championship
games. What's that the Warriors Mavs?
Rockets Lakers.
That's why you were saying that.
And then Timberwolves
That's
Nuggets.
Crazy.
They're all
Stranger
good games.
Stranger Things won't keep you out of there, but fantasy football championships will?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
DeAngelo, did you tell us the third piece of it? What's the third piece?
Yeah, what's your third?
Okay, so the third piece is this, and I think you alluded to it later, CJ. So this kid that I'm talking about, because she was raised in kind of like a different era of my life, I think it was the more stricter part of my life, because I like to think that when you're stricter, that's when the kids lie to you more. And oh boy, I'm talking about like she'll shoot you a lie faster than she'll shoot you the truth. And I tell her all the time, I was like, I can't trust you. She was like, what do you mean I can't trust you? I was like, you don't have to lie to me. I was like, look, I understand. And I even try to come at this angle, and this is why I bother me. I'm like, look,
I get why you lie to your mama.
Yes, that's what I was like. I get why you lie to your mama, but me, you ain't got to lie to me. Like, I don't care about the things that she care about. I just don't want you. And like, yes, CJ, yes. Yeah, I was like, and then I have to bring up times where she got mad and I didn't, to make it seem like, look, that's the difference. Like, you could talk to me, and every time she was like, yeah, I know, And boy, every time my wife right, she did it. She did it.
Listen, some kids are just liars. It's got nothing to do with strictness,
boy.
right? Like, he's not watching. I got a brother, Bama. His ass do nothing but lie. Like, and there's no reason to lie. Ask my father about him. All he
lies for the sake of lying.
Does is lie. And he lies so much, it's like, okay, we know you're lying.
And did Santa still bring him gifts?
Every single year.
There you go.
Every single year was incredible.
That's the problem.
Every single year was incredible. I'm telling you, DeAngelo, right? I'm sure you have sat this child down and be like, listen, I know what you want, but we can't trust you. And here are examples of you doing things that we told you not to do.
Yes.
So no, we're not. You're not getting this. We could trust her at this age, and we trust her now.
Yeah.
We don't trust you. I'm sure it has gone in one ear and out the other because she's made up her mind what it is that she's supposed to get. So again, I tell you, get her the phone. She'll tell her, hey, don't put this phone over here. She'll put it over there, and then you just take it and hide it from her, and you'll say, yo, I gave it to you. You got it stolen. You can't get another one, man. It's your fault. Bam. She stops begging you for a phone, 1, and 2, hopefully she learns a lesson. Sometimes you got to trick these kids, man.
Or you could like give her a phone with no service and say she could like earn the service.
Or I could just not get her the phone
Or you could just not get her the phone.
That's what I'm saying.
I like
I'm saying,
that you're
like,
not getting her the phone. I
So,
have no
so
issue
here's
with not getting her the phone.
here's the question, though. And this is why it's a 3-parter. Like, I guess I'm trying to figure out what parent I want to be. Do I want to be that parent that kind of do what CJ said, where I kind of still get her the phone because she still kind of win, but I ultimately get those little wins? Or do I take the big win on the front end and say, no, I'll get it to you when I can trust you? So I guess it's trying to figure out where I want to take my big win at.
I think
get
if
what
you
I'm
do
saying?
it from the
Like, what type
standpoint of I'll
parent?
give it to you when I can trust you, is it like an ambiguous of how she's earning your trust, or can you give her like legitimate benchmarks of earning said trust to one day get the phone?
And that's what I'm trying to figure out on what type of parent I want to be. And that's the question that I have to figure out. Because I'm like, there's some days where I'm like, I want to be this parent. I'm like, oh yeah, I can make it. And then the next day I'm like,
Fine, here's the phone.
I gotta, well, I gotta go talk to myself to keep from backhanding one of these kids. Because I'm gonna tell you something.
Let's go find a quiet spot.
This is the honest truth. Me and my homeboy, we sit down all the time and we just talk about just raising kids. And we talk about how you'll be sitting there and like one of them will fire on you, and like for a split second, it take you back to your childhood, and you want to jump up and just start punching them in the face. And you got to realize that that's a kid and that you are an adult, and you got to calm yourself and you got to be the parent. That he said that there's some moments where I step out of parenthood, and I'm sorry, but it's just that, like, you know, sometimes I just lose the parent, and it's just the hood you get.
No, I don't agree with that at all. Like, you bite me, I bite back. Like, we can start at 2. We get it going. No,
you don't have kids. That's what it is.
That's
You don't
fine.
have kids.
That's fine. I bite other people's children. Hit me, I hit
Angela,
back.
I'm proud of you for trying not to.
I'll shake the hell out of a child. I shook the hell out of some 3 children on Saturday.
And not even his own.
Not even mine. Don't be running up on me. You don't know. Ouch, you hit me too hard. That hurt. I'm going to thump you in the kneecap. What are you talking about? What is this? I'm a grown-ass man. You don't want these problems. You better stop. You better recognize who I am.
He said he caught 3 bodies this weekend.
Man.
And thumped him in the kneecap.
Well, you don't want to. I want
to make a point without being accused of abuse.
I want him limping about a little bit. That's all I want. Just limping about. Just like, ouch, that really, really hurt. I didn't think he could get me like that. I know about whoopings. I never got thumped in my kneecap before. That sent chills down my spine. I'm gonna leave him the hell alone.
So you said if you playing with a kid and they accidentally hurt you, you gonna hit them back?
DeAngelo. That is exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
DeAngelo.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna let you go get prepared for Christmas. I hope you find the joy in the season. I hope you find the answer to your question. Stay strong. I hope your kids don't get left behind on Christmas, but if they do, I certainly understand. There's a lot going on.
I start with, hey, we're playing. You're playing. I give you a couple warnings now. Hey, you're a little too rough. A little too rough. You're a little too foul right in the kneecap. Oh, yep. Limp over to your mama. She love you. I don't. She made that mistake. I didn't. Go. Uncle CJ thumped me in my knee. Yeah.
Incredible impersonation.
Yeah, that's what they sound like.
DeAngelo, we'll see you next year.
Okay. What?
Yeah, we'll see you next year. We've got special holiday shows the next 2 Wednesdays, so we'll see you next year.
Yeah, I'm not a part of those. I get it.
You get off. Congrats. You have so much to do. You've got things to do.
Did you just greenlight me?
Greenlight you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy your holidays. We'll see you later.
I'm gonna miss you guys. See you
We'll
next
miss you.
year.
See you in 2026. Hope you have your resolutions. I know how much you love them. Oh. All right, we gotta take a quick break. When we come back, I watched a crazy scene from the World Dart Championship that involved some blood, some devastation. I didn't know things got that crazy at the World Dart Championship. Plus, there's a big conversation on TikTok about how much money would have you picking a job that is an in-office job versus less money to work from home. I think the kids are crazy, CJ. I think the kids have lost the plot. We'll get into it after a quick break.
Own the 2025-26 Grizzlies season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit Grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule. So don't miss out.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other?
Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
How are you able to release and have an instrumental song become a huge deal?
And I forget who the disc jockey was, but he put the wrong side on. He put the Green Onions by mistake and played the B side instead of the A side.
No!
And that's when the change happened. These people started to call the station and say, play that song again.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday.
Grizz fans, defend your home court from pests with Terminix. Before cockroaches, spiders, and mice show up, Terminix it with our pest-free 365-plus year-round protection plan. Visit Terminix.com today and enter code SAVE50 at checkout to save $50. Terms apply. We get Grizzlies, Timberwolves tonight in Minnesota. Memphis Tigers back at home tonight to face Vanderbilt. 10-0 and 13th ranked Vanderbilt. I think I have to turn my allegiance. Obviously, go Tigers, go. But I have to kind of abandon my Vanderbilt bit now that we've had this video of me calling Diego Pavia a take off on social media.
Any other famous people hopped in the comments?
No, but Holly Robinson Pete did, and I about lost my mind. I was like, is that the Holly Robinson Pete?
I'm going to go back in there and beg her to come on the show.
Hi, Miss Robinson Pete. Would you come talk about Diego Pavia on the show?
Oh, talk
she
about
really
anything.
doesn't like him.
Oh, really?
Well, she said some people aren't raised right.
Hmm.
I said, Miss Robinson Pete.
I didn't know she watched
you
football.
cared.
I didn't know
I did
she
not know that
cared.
you cared. One of the better famous person comments on something that we've had. The people really did turn on Diego. Really turned on him. Anyway, Vanderbilt here at FedEx Forum tonight to face the Memphis Tigers, the 4-5 Memphis Tigers coming off that tough loss to Louisville. I have been waiting to ask CJ this question all week.
And you know the answer. Go ahead.
I don't know. I think I know the answer, but you could surprise me on this, and that's why I'm curious. So there's this big conversation on TikTok right now, big debate, where a girl was deciding between a job that was remote that paid $120,000 a year and a job that required you to go into the office that paid $240,000 a year. And this girl, along with many of the people her age, thought that their response was the most obvious response to this question. And that is the $120,000 a year for a remote job.
What's the logic behind that? Why is that?
The kids are afraid of going into the office.
Okay.
They hate the idea of being forced to socialize, to go to an office, to sit in traffic. I mean, they've come up with their list of reasons why it would make more sense to take $120,000 less. I'm like, do you know how much money $120,000 extra is? Give me the $240 any day of the week. I will go into an office gladly for $240,000. I thought the answer was obvious. People our age have mostly cited on the, you're insane if you're not taking $240 just to go into the office. But that generation is taking the $120. Jacob, what would you take?
That's a good question.
Jacob would do the $120. What would you take?
What do you think
The $240.
Easy.
You would leave me for 1 penny more tomorrow.
Easy.
I know.
Leave everybody for 1 penny
Our
more.
generation is so much more driven by
Is that the
money,
line?
and I think the younger generation is driven by peace. And they see working from home as a more peaceful, less stressful situation. I think they're whack.
Double my salary is going to give me all the peace in the world.
Someone was
right?
like, get the best therapist in your city. Go to the spa once a month. You can get a massage. You can go do an activity. You can go on a vacation. They say money doesn't buy happiness, but I will push back. I think it does buy a little bit of peace.
To quote the great Daniel Tosh, a great American philosopher, money doesn't buy happiness, sure, but it buys a wave runner. And I've never been unhappy on a wave runner, right? Like there.
Shout out Mr. Tosh.
Yeah, like you can double my salary right now.
Do they not understand how much? Also, from the idea of one day being able to relax, and I understand getting in the weeds if we could all die tomorrow, given the tryings of the times. But if you want to retire, if you're going to a job that's paying you $240,000, they're probably putting a good amount into your match system in your 401k if you're into that kind of thing. And then you're on track to have enough money to stop working altogether far earlier than if you have the 120 work from home job that I don't want to. Also, who has the 120 work from home job? Because that sounds great too.
Yeah, they're both
why
good.
are we talking about these salaries are massive? And I get we live in Memphis, so it's like a different situation than if you're in New York or in LA where things are inflated. But both are good. But the idea of turning down doubling your salary just so you don't have to go into the office, it's pretty soft.
Yeah, I can't follow that logic at all.
either.
You don't want to deal with people. I've worked in jobs where I don't want to deal with people. Just don't talk to them. It's not hard. Just sit there, do your job, and then you go.
Yes.
And you can still.
I also think it's important from the standpoint of growing as a society to occasionally go places where you have to talk to people. Hot take.
Yeah, but that doesn't have to be work.
I don't
And
think
if you
you're
don't
getting it
want it
as
to-
much if you're not doing it at work. The work part is not, I'm not saying you have to be friends. I'm not saying that you have to treat your work environment as your work family or your work friend circle or whatever it may be. But just having the general work relationships, I think, is an important grouping of relationships in every person's life.
I don't think so at all. I don't think relationships at work matter at all.
It forces you to communicate with people who you're not choosing to be you're like friends, right? Like, so you don't have the natural inclination to maybe love these people all the time, but it's just being polite and it's being respectful and it's collaborating with different kinds of people in person. I don't know. If we can't do that, like we're cooked.
Yeah, I don't. Again, work is what work is. You come in, you do it, you clock out. And if you're gonna double my salary to literally be here so you can see my face, please
Double my salary.
Please do.
I will get in the car.
Please do.
And I will drive.
Whatever I got to do to get double that salary, I'm doing it. Also, you might not know this at certain jobs. I've goofed around before.
No.
You can goof around at work. Just because you're working in the office doesn't mean you have to actually work. Here's a tip to the wise. Throw this out there. Get you a manila envelope. Shove a bunch of papers in there. Walk around like you got a lot of important stuff to do. Then you can talk to whomever you want to or not talk to whomever you want to. And you can just say, I got this folder, it's full of stuff, I gotta go. Right? Like there are ways around it.
There are important skills you learn at the water cooler.
What?
Simple. Hi. Hello. How's your day? Good. How's your day?
That's not a skill
Good.
that is important.
It's a skill these days. These kids can't even make eye contact.
That's fine.
Not to be that person.
What they need to look at, who they need to look at.
To exist with humans. Although, did you see the preview for the new Steven Spielberg movie? The Disclosure movie?
Oh, the one with the actual aliens in it.
Yeah, that they claim is the gateway drug to having us be normalized with the fact that we've been living amongst aliens this whole time.
I thought Men in Black did that many, many years ago.
And did it well.
Yeah.
I thought Steven Spielberg did it well with E.T. But I guess that didn't drive the point home.
Okay.
Anyway, you are insane if you're turning down an extra $120,000 because you want to stay at home. Other WTF stories to get to. Crazy end at the World Dart Championship. Did you know there was a World Dart Championship? Are darts a sport?
No.
What are they?
It's an activity.
Okay. A hobby? No,
Not a
people
hobby.
don't like the hobby.
Not
word.
a hobby. Hobby.
A hobby.
Not a hobby. Not a hobby.
An activity.
A sport involves a sport involves a ball, a net, and some form of defense being played.
No.
If it's not that, then it's not a sport.
Golf is a sport.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's not. If you want to say golfers are athletes, I'm fine with it. It's not a sport. It's a golf match. Is it not? It's something else.
I mean, we call volleyball games a match. We call tennis a match.
Well, those are both
As a
sports.
tennis player, you are now
those are both sports.
an athlete in the tennis space.
Net, ball, you're outside of your rabbit ass mind, Jacob. Stop it. Oh.
You want to know what the defense is in golf?
What? Yeah, no.
Here.
That's not it.
Right here, between the ears.
No, that's not. Golf's not a sport.
You.
No, not a sport. Not a sport. Like, you guys are going to name things that aren't a sport.
I appreciate your
No.
stance because I take my stance on golf, I have to give it to NASCAR.
Okay.
Like, I have to give it.
I love me some track and field. Not a sport. They're athletes.
Not a sport.
Not a sport. Where's the defense?
Oh, you're insane.
Is there a ball? Is there a net? No. Did you hear what I just said? Ball, net, some form of
No.
defense. Yeah.
It's a very rudimentary
Football
view.
It's a sport. It's a sport.
Well, darts do have a championship.
Okay.
And it does take place in London. And there's this guy, Cameron Menzies. He's right there. That's him trying to put out a pyrotechnic with his bare hand because he was so mad that he lost. And then he starts punching the thing next to it to the point that he bloodies up his entire hand. The punching is one thing. The bloody hand is another. That's the first thing I saw from this event. But the act of trying to put down a pyrotechnic with your bare hand is one of the crazier things I have seen from a competition loser. And apparently this guy struggles with loss. He lost last year and broke down and cried, and he's been working with like a sports therapist to try to be better at handling loss. And he said, then he gave a story that made me feel bad for him because his uncle died, and if he had advanced to the next round, then that match would have been on the same day of his uncle's funeral, and he had made this whole thing in his head that it was for his uncle, and then he ends up losing. But how you go from being upset...
Well, now he gets to go to the funeral.
And now he can go to the funeral. Well, I don't know. Maybe you need to go get surgery on your hand from trying to push down on a pyrotechnic.
I'd be afraid like the box would blow up. If I'm pushing down on the pyrotechnics and my hand is over them, not only is that going to hurt
Right,
here,
then it
but
like pushes all of the
yeah, and then it explodes.
pyrotechnic into the box, and then if
That's
it
what
doesn't
it
have
does in
anywhere
the
to
movies.
go up,
Yeah, in comic books
then
and
it goes
stuff.
out.
That's everybody's plan. Like, hey,
I
that
wanted
thing
those
is
at our
leaking.
wedding so bad.
Pyro?
Those things that shoot the like sparkler fireworks into the air.
In the tent?
We were gonna have them. No, we were gonna have them outside.
Okay.
With our original DJ, but then that DJ overbooked and ruined everything.
All right.
I think they're cool.
Do it
they're
for
a little
your,
cheeky, but
do
like
it for
whatever.
your
Our vow renewal?
renewals. Yeah.
I'll do it for my baby rager. That's what I've decided. I hate baby showers, I've decided. So when I one day have a baby, I'm going to throw a baby rager.
Okay.
But then I'll be like the only sober person at the baby rager.
Yeah, that's
so I have
not-
to work out the details of it. But
You don't have to be.
yes, you do.
You don't like.
Yes, you do.
You don't have to be.
Yes, you do. I can tell you a very funny story right now, but I will not.
I want to hear it.
My mother-in-law.
Turn up.
I talk about her too much on this show. Dina, if you ever watch, thank you for the support. This moment made me giggle. At Thanksgiving, I had a glass of champagne that like Chris had opened a bottle of champagne from the fridge, just casually. We were working on the dinner. We were putting in the work to get Thanksgiving on the table before 5 p.m. And she was like, oh, I was saving that bottle for like when you guys have a special announcement to make. And I just looked at her and I go, oh, well, perfect timing. And her eyes get all big. And I go, I'm drinking the champagne. Like what? I am putting alcohol into my body right now. I am so clearly not in that place at this moment, but thank you so much. And I'll buy you another bottle of champagne for the big moment when it eventually happens. But I was like, what part of this? The glass is in my hand.
But you don't listen.
The glass has been up to my mouth.
She comes from a different era.
Maybe.
They were drinking and smoking,
Maybe.
right? I know I got friends whose parents were drinking and smoking. I got family members who I know their
Fair.
mama was drinking and smoking while pregnant with
Fair.
them. They came out fine.
Now our generation's just like, oh, I'm going to be bad. I'm going to have a little bit of sushi. I had a friend eat sushi her whole pregnancy. She was like, my OBGYN said it was fine. It's like, okay.
Okay. You got it.
You
Listen,
got it. You do.
You got to raise that little turd, not me.
Exactly.
That little tummy turd. You raise it.
If it comes out with mercury poisoning, you got to deal with it.
That's
I don't
on
know
you,
what
man.
to tell you. You sent 2 stories for WTF. The first being that Mariah Carey is headlining the Olympics, which the Olympics are like 2 months away. They start on my birthday.
Winter Olympics.
They're still the Olympics. Winter Olympics
Winter
matter
Olympics.
too.
They're-
And Mariah Carey
Winter
is
Olympics.
headlining them. I don't understand. I don't want to be disrespectful to Miss Mariah.
Are you finna say Mariah's not a headliner? Jessica said it, clip it. Jessica doesn't think Mariah Carey's a headliner anymore.
No, it seems to show your sentiment on the Winter Olympics. Like I saw more on the transition of power from the Paris Olympics to the LA Olympics where Snoop was on the beach and Billie Eilish is performing. Like I saw more in that than they're seeming to give the headliner of the Winter Olympics.
Oh.
Like
So you saw more promo.
Mariah's headline time is December. That's her month.
Mm-hmm.
Post Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
But then is Mariah still?
I mean, is Snoop still?
Yeah, he's remained more relevant. I think Mariah is holding on by All I Want for Christmas Is You.
She had that album earlier this year.
And can you name me one song off of it?
No.
Exactly.
No, but Snoop hadn't had an album in a while.
Yeah, but Snoop had his partnership with Martha Stewart.
Okay.
He gave to the U.S. women's teams. He showed up.
Okay.
He became like an Olympic mascot. What is Mariah going to show up to slalom?
It would be incredible if she
It
did.
would be incredible.
It would be
if
incredible
she did.
if she
And she
did.
would probably wear the most fantastic fur-lined piece of clothing, and she'd be like, "Yeah, it's real fur.
Yeah.
It's absolutely real fur." What does it mean to be the Winter Olympic headliner?
You tell me. You say it matters.
I like the Winter Olympics
sure
because I
you
like
do.
ice skating.
Yeah.
And I like snowboarding. Name Apollo Ono.
Current.
Apollo Ono. Lindsey Vohn's coming back. She just won a big event at like age 42.
The issue with the Winter Olympics is most of the world doesn't participate in them because most of the world isn't cold enough to get good at these things.
I'm trying to think of one other one.
Go ahead. Like, you got it.
Tara Lipinski.
You just
Christy
saying names.
Yamaguchi.
Sure. No, that's the chick in the Young Dro song.
Also that.
Yeah. When he was skating on ice like Chrissy Yamaguchi.
Tanya Harding. Nancy Kerrigan.
Can she skate still?
Scott, whatever his name was.
Peterson?
No.
Oh.
Did we ever get an update on Scott Peterson?
I hadn't seen one.
What if he's just out and living his
Well,
life?
we wouldn't know if they let him out.
All right, well,
we would be
Mariah Carey
excited
is
if they let
headlining
him
the
out.
Milan
Like, worked up
Olympics.
excited.
She said, see you at the studio, Ciro? Is she lip syncing?
Probably. It's cold. It's the winter. Nobody sings in the cold.
Right.
Yeah.
I have an apology for you. I gave
what?
you fake information a few weeks ago.
What happened?
I told you that every city has a mint. I thought every city had a mint.
Okay.
I'm wrong. And the way I
Did
found
you
this
say
out,
every city or every state?
I might have said every state.
Okay.
Which I thought was, yes, I
Yeah, it was
probably
every
said
state.
every
It
state,
was
but
every
I
state.
assumed like the capital city in every state had a mint, and that's not true. And I learned this because I was being my 75-year-old self doing my daily crossword puzzle in the New York Times, and the question was, this city creates the most coins, and it was Denver. And I was like, oh, we have the best mint. And so then I looked up the other mints that make the most coins, and there's only 4.
I thought so.
I was shocked. It's Denver, Philadelphia, San Francisco, West Point.
Really? West Point?
And then they used to have historical locations in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
I never know how to pronounce this. Dahlonega,
Okay.
Georgia, New Orleans, and Carson City.
Okay.
Which processed local precious metals during their most active years. But I had this on the brain because you sent that the last penny sold for over $16 million. How does a penny sell for 16 mil?
I've got a house full of pennies.
I have all the pennies in the world.
I have a robot piggy bank.
Yeah.
Nothing but pennies in there. If we're getting 14 mil for pennies, y'all hit me up.
Oh.
I got your pennies. And I've been thinking because we're not making pennies anymore, I need to get those pennies in circulation. So I need to start spending these pennies in my community.
You might have pennies. I have a bag of 50 Sacagawea corns.
To do what with it?
They're going to be worth something someday. I also have all of the quarters. I have one of those books.
You have the state quarters?
The state quarters.
The original state
Yes.
quarters? Oh, nice.
But they're not worth anything either. They're just quarters.
I was with a
50 times
was
25.
it girlfriend? I think it was girlfriend at the time. Her grandmother had collected all, and she had a map of them. And every state had the quarters in the map. And somebody in her family took those coins and spent them. And it was a big family scandal.
We had one of those too.
Oh.
Yeah. I think my Nana took some of them. I was like, Nana, those were for the book. Shaun White.
She's not still doing things.
Chloe
is he?
Kim.
Is she?
Nathan Chen.
Was Lolo Jones like at one point doing stuff in the winter? She's like, yeah, I run fast, so I can do the bobsled or something like that.
Maybe.
Okay.
There's one girl who has a name that sounds like a gymnast and is not a gymnast. Michaela something. You know, famed U.S. Winter Olympian Michaela something. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one. I'll be in. Me and Mariah Carey will be all in on the U.S. Winter Olympics.
Will you?
Yes.
Okay, because like that's going to be happening during football and basketball. Football
It's like the
will
week
be
leading
ending.
up to the Super Bowl, I
Okay.
think.
All right.
What day is the Super Bowl this year?
Like the 18th?
That's the 8th.
It's the 8th. Okay.
So only 2 days of the Olympics before the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I'm going to be so sad that football ended. I will
That you'll
immediately go into the happiness of the Olympics.
All right.
I have the happiness of the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. We'll
Yay.
see them play the Minnesota Timberwolves. We'll see if they can get 2 wins in a row. We'll be back tomorrow. It'll be a Thursday. Teresa Walker will join us. We'll see you then. Bye. Michaela Schifrin.
Who's that?